This is Modern Service Mastery, business school with boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, so let's dive into this idea of efficiency because it's not just about moving fast. Efficiency is about working smarter, sequencing your tasks, being prepared, and having a steady flow to everything you do.
Yeah, like not running around the site, grabbing one tool here, then heading back across for something else. That's just chaos.
Exactly. And chaos, well, chaos is the enemy of efficiency. Let me give an example. Think of efficiency as output divided by input. It's not how much effort you're putting in, but what you're getting out of that effort. Less wasted motion, fewer trips back to the truck, no scrambling for missing materials.
Or yelling at your guy, hey, where's the screw gun? While you're standing there with like ductwork in your hands.
That's the thing. It's about planning ahead. Crews that work efficiently are like a symphony. They hum. Every part just fits.
Yeah, and I always say a good crew leader's got to think like a chess player. You can't just focus on what's right in front of you. You got to think a couple moves ahead.
Absolutely. And that's really where leadership plays a huge role. If you're a project manager, your job starts long before day one. You've got to be walking the site, reviewing plans, staging materials, and mentally rehearsing the sequence.
Dude, that sequencing part is underrated. I mean, how many times have you seen sod rolled out before irrigation trenches are done? Like, come on.
Too many times, unfortunately. But Jake, you're spot on. Timelines, sequencing, and preparation, that's where efficiency shines. Let me share a quick story.
Oh, story time. Let's hear it.
All right, this was years ago. I was fresh into managing my first big landscaping project. Went for a pre-job walkthrough with the client, designer, and salesperson. Just, to make sure everything was lined up. Turns out the client had made a last-minute change to the design that no one had noted. The materials we had wouldn't have worked.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, big uh-oh. But because I caught it before we even broke ground, we were able to adjust, reorder what we needed, and get all the materials in time. You know what it ended up saving us?
Let me guess. A day's worth of work?
Bingo. And that's the thing. The clients were impressed, the crew wasn't standing around twiddling their thumbs, and morale stayed high. Efficiency isn't magic, it's preparation plus mindset.
And not just for the leaders. The crew's got to buy into it too. I mean, it drives me nuts when someone's like, oh, I'll just get that on my next trip to the truck.
Right, and those little inefficiencies, they add up fast. This is why planning ahead, knowing where every tool, material, and task is, translates directly into smoother, faster, and better work.
Efficiency's not an accident. It's culture. You build it from day one. Every job, every role. Efficiency is invisible when it's done right, but painfully obvious when it's not.
Exactly, Jake, and this is where it gets real. Efficiency isn't one size fits all. What works for an HVAC crew running ductwork might be totally different for a concrete crew setting up their forms or a team installing vinyl windows. Tailoring systems to fit the job is where the magic happens.
Totally, man. And I gotta say, once we started using color-coded bins for tools and fittings, game changer. Like what used to be 5-minute searches for random parts turned into, 2-second grabs.
Absolutely. Let's take that a step further. Logical task sequencing, having tools, materials, and processes lined up, minimizes wasted motion and those endless trips back to the truck. Or worse, leaving the site to grab something from a supplier. Let's role play a quick scenario. Morning huddle prep.
Oh, I love a good huddle. Let's do it.
All right, I'll be the crew leader. It's 6:45 a.m. Everyone's circled up by the trailer. All right, team, here's today's focus. We're starting with trenching the irrigation system, so blade checks on the trencher. Make sure we have the pipe and fittings. This should take till lunchtime or before. After that, we'll move to prepping the sod area. This needs to be ready for the sod delivery tomorrow. You should have everything fine graded and prepped by the end of the day, 3:30. If you get off schedule, let me know. Any questions?
Yeah. Quick question. Are the materials staged already? Or are we scrambling around figuring that out?
Boom. That's the mindset right there, Jake. A good project manager already lined them up the night before. Trencher on the trailer ready to go, fittings and bins ready to grab, along with the sprinkler heads, pipe and lime, and sod is set to be delivered first thing.
And then before we even roll out of the shop, everyone double checks. Grade rakes, check. Fittings, check. Lime, check. Because, if even one item's missing, you're just burning daylight out there.
Exactly. A little prep up front saves hours later. And let's not forget, balance is key. It's not just efficiency for efficiency's sake. You still need quality and safety at every step. Cutting corners doesn't make you faster, it just gives you rework. Ever experienced that, Jake?
Oh man, more than I care to admit. Like this one time, We didn't stage our morning truckload by priority, so we had to dig through, unload everything just to get to what one case of sealant cost us like 45 minutes right there. Lesson learned? Stage your load by what you're touching first.
That's a great example, and it goes back to treating efficiency as a culture, a habit you build day by day, like you said. Every team member needs to know the system.
Right, like every time you walk across a site, ask yourself, what can I carry back with me? What's my next move? And dude, when your whole crew is thinking like that, it's like having a pit crew at a Formula One race.
Exactly. And this mindset extends to the tools of the trade. For example, roofers could use a 1-2-3 plan for staging shingles, nails, and underlayment. Or HVAC crews can pre-label different rooms' ductwork. Every trade can adapt systems that make sense for them.
And you know what? All these little systems stack up. It's not just about getting the job done faster, it's about working smarter so you can do more without feeling fried by lunchtime.
Exactly, Jake. So here's the big takeaway. Efficiency doesn't mean taking shortcuts. It means using smart systems, sequencing tasks, and aligning every tool or material to the flow of the job.
Look, if you end the day thinking, man, I ran myself ragged and still didn't finish, ask yourself, was the system the problem? 9 out of 10 times it is.
Building on what we just discussed about making systems work smarter, there's another layer to this, what I like to call the triple threat: efficiency, safety, and quality. These aren't separate goals, they're deeply connected. It's not about picking one or two, but ensuring all three work together seamlessly.
Yeah, because, what's the point of being fast if your work's falling apart? Or rushing so much that safety goes out the window? You've got to balance it all.
Exactly, Jake. The true pros, the ones building careers that last, they master that balance. Let me remind you of that story from this morning about Jordan, the crew leader.
Oh yeah, the guy who saved an entire week just by, asking one smart question?
Yeah, exactly. So here's the story. Jordan was leading a backyard patio job. The crew had a good estimate, 7 days to wrap it up. Before breaking ground, Jordan did what any great leader should. He walked the site with the client just to confirm everything. And that's when she casually mentioned, by the way, the hot tub installers are coming Thursday afternoon.
Wait, what?
Right? If he hadn't done that walkthrough, the schedule would have been toast. So he rearranged the poor schedule, called the electrician early, and shuffled trenching to the first day instead of the third. The result?
Let me guess, they finished early, right?
A full day ahead of schedule. The client was thrilled, posted an incredible review, and even booked a deck job 2 weeks later. Efficiency, safety, and quality, Jordan nailed all three, and the entire team benefited from it.
Man, see, that's what I'm talking about. When you build a culture like that on your crew, where everyone's thinking ahead, working smart, and watching out for each other, it's like everything just clicks.
You're absolutely right, Jake. And it's not just about the one-off wins. It's about creating a workplace where people want to stay, where the best talents thrive, and where systems, equipment, and support make success repeatable.
And let's not forget, it makes life easier. Like, who doesn't want to leave a job site feeling like a rock star instead of crawling to their car, thinking, man, that was brutal?
Exactly. When you hit that triple threat, efficiency, safety, and quality, not only do you elevate your value to the company, but you grow your brand as a leader and a pro. Companies notice, clients notice, and trust me, it pays off, literally.
No doubt. So, for everyone listening, ask yourself this. Are you bringing the triple threat to your crew, or are you just checking boxes?
That's a perfect challenge to leave them with, Jake. So here's our final thought. Efficiency isn't just doing things faster. Safety isn't just avoiding accidents. And quality isn't just a checklist. It's the combination of all three that makes you unforgettable and unstoppable.
Yeah, and like I always say, lead your team, set the pace, get the job done right, and don't forget to enjoy your success. You earned it.
On that note, that's all for today, folks. Go out there, build your triple threat, and we'll catch you next time in Chapter 12.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.